Late at night, a black shadow wobbles into the bedroom. The door opens softly. There's a man standing there with his eyes filled with yeast. He approached the bed gently and sat down. A trembling arm reached out, hugging the sleeping woman. The wine is pouring into the back of the neck. A deep voice whispered by the ear, "Oh, it smells so familiar." Suddenly, what's your father doing? 7-bar screams tearing through the night. What just happened? What does the father-in-law really mean to his daughter-in-law? Or is it just a hangover that makes everything tragic? Listen with us to the end of the story. And leave your feelings and let us know. A cold late night, the cold wind crept through the cracks of the old house, carrying the moisture of the night across the space. The morning went to bed early. After a long day, she struggles with housework and taking care of her children. She reached up and pulled the blanket up to her neck. Dim eyes because of the drowsiness. The light of the night, out of the little lamp on the head of the bed, create a dreamy sense of peace. She picked up the phone and texted her husband. "I'm so sleepy, I'm suddenly a little nervous. Tuan is busy with the night shift. Reply immediately when you receive a message. You have nothing to worry about when you go to sleep. Dad's still home, nothing's going on." Lynn sighed and put down the phone. Trying to put myself to sleep without even knowing it. A nightmare about to descend. And at the same time at a small pub near town. The sound of the tinkling cup mingled with the laughing guests. On the table, the bottles of wine almost ran out of strong yeast. Father-in-law Lynn, eyes cool red, who was dazed in a drunken stupor. "Speak in a loud voice to your friends. Come on, I'm late." A friend slapped him on the shoulder and laughed. "It's been a long time since I saw you and you were in a hurry. Stay for a few more drinks." The police officer shook his head and stood up. "My legs are no longer steady." He stumbled against the chair. "Let's go home." At home and daughter-in-law, the friend laughed and joked. "I drink and remember my daughter-in-law. Watch out. You're probably more afraid of your daughter-in-law than you were of your old wife." All the laughter broke out. But the police officer said nothing more. Say goodbye and walk out of the bar. Figure reclining in the dark night. At night, the road is quiet. He walked in a drunken, confused mind. The scenery around me is dancing. In wine yeast, you're no longer conscious. I just want to find somewhere to lay my back. Stumbling footsteps, Mr. Le came home. Hands trembling opened the door. Inside the silent house, only the nightlights flickered. His head was so heavy that he no longer knew anything. He walked up the stairs with difficulty. Every step is like sinking into the unknown. He opened the door and walked into the room without realizing it. That's not my room. A stream of warmth radiating from the bed. Attract a body that's shivering with alcohol. Not thinking much, he stumbled forward to sit down. Then slowly lay down on the bed, unconsciously pull up the blanket and embrace the warmth next to it. Like an old habit. His whole body was as if relaxed into a state of infatuation. Lin in a vague sleep. I suddenly felt something unusual. A heavy breath. The smell of alcohol is on the back of your head. The cold hand cracked the armor suddenly. You squeeze tight. A bout of drowsiness that goes away immediately. A shiver running down the spine. She opened her eyes and her heart was strangled by that AI. When I realized there was a man is lying right next to you in bed. In a split second, fear invades the body. Spirit screams 7-bar. Strong reflexes push the man out of bed. That AI, a heavy sound echoed. When the man's body fell to the floor, Salate update turn on the nightlight. The light fell on the man's face. The silent spirit is the police. Her whole body trembled with panic and indignation. She stammered, her voice choked with shock. "Oh my God, Dad. What are you doing in my room?" The police officer is still not awake. The eyes are lethargic. It's like trying to identify the person in front of you. His voice was hoarse because of the wine. In my room, there was a rage in my spirit. Why do you think I'm stupid? This is my room. What are you doing here? The fear turned into uncontrollable anger. She slapped him hard with her hand. Bored, he stumbled to the floor. Stunned by alcohol, it made him almost unconscious. To understand what's going on, Lynn's scream pierced through the thick wall, echoing out on a quiet, dark night. The neighbors heard. The lights from the houses next door turned on. He called the Kia to stand in front of the Lynn gate. The noise began to rise. "What's wrong?" I heard a scream. "It seems like Tuan's house is fighting." Lynn's whole body trembled and she hurriedly grabbed the phone. Shaky hands dialed her husband's number. Long bell. "Come on, my dad just came into my room." "I can't take it anymore." At the end of the line, Kia Tuan suddenly died. It feels like a knife just went straight into your chest. 1 second, 2 seconds of terrifying silence. Your voice is finally ringing. It was so cold that it made me even more afraid. "What did you just say?" "You heard me, I can't take it anymore." He came into my room. Don T, wait to hear the full sentence and throw the phone down on the table. Get out of the room. The thunder flashed outside and a cold wind swept through. A fury is about to break out. A motorcycle howling GA frantically in the middle of the night grinds his teeth, tighten the handlebars so that the knuckles are white. But in my head there's only words, like powerful hammers into the brain. Your father just came into my room. If you don't wake up, you don't know what's going to happen. My heart is strangled, his chest compressed by a terrible rage. My mind is clouded with unforgivable thoughts. If this is true, then he doesn't deserve to be his father anymore. The car brakes right in front of the gate, forming a long trail on the ground. You don't need to take off your helmet. Take long, angry steps inside. Your eyes are red with heavy breaths. The scene in front of you is pouring more oil into the fire in my heart. Lynn stood there, pale-faced, red eyes. The tears didn't even dry on my cheeks. She looked at him, her eyes filled with fear, hatred and disgust, but she was shivering and choking. But the voice was filled with indignation. "You're back. Let's see how you handle your own great father." Hee hee.